Hey everybody, welcome back. It's been a little bit since I've recorded a video. We've been busy back to back weekends of racing. Trying to outrun the rain and getting postponed by rain and moving the race up a week and hectic. But I have found a little bit of time to work on my FXT mower, so I'm going to show you guys a couple things that I've accomplished. One of the big thing is, as you can obviously see, is I've got the pulleys on. I've got a belt, which seems a little tight, but it may work. I'm running a 6 on the back on the gearbox, and I'm running a 4 on the engine for now. I'm just going to play with it. I've got several other pulleys to play with. I made me a clutch. I'm going to go ahead and run a twist style clutch. I fabricated this at work, and I'll show you how I done it. I stopped by Tractor Supply and I bought a bronze little bushing, or little bearing as they would call it, and then I also bought some plastic little spacers. And so what I did is I drilled, I believe that's a 1/2 inch hole, ran that through there like that, drilled a hole into my plate. It was 1/2 inch, and when this goes in there, it goes in like that. It makes perfect spacing, so that way when you tighten it down, you've got your little plastic spacer holding it out. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. And then when you tighten it down, it's nice and loose, and it rides on the little brass bearing there. So, you know, once that gets wore out, just replace that, and there you go. Always make sure that when you assemble it, or when you design and build it, I guess you would say, make sure that your clutch is always on the slack side of the belt, and the engine turns clockwise, which laying on its side, it's kind of hard to tell, but it goes this way. So this would be my tension, this would be my slack. I did goof. I don't know, I did it on the last motor too. I put it up here and I was sitting there playing with it, and I got to turning the engine. I'm like, well, wait a minute, that's on the wrong side. No big deal. Drilled another hole, got her lined up. Save. I'll go ahead and I will get that on there, that way you guys can see how that operates. And voila, as you can see, it'll work out pretty good. Now I just got to run, for my clutch pedal, I'm going to run a cable from here. It's going to run down, probably come out right here. That way I'll get the full lever. Let me show you on the back side what this looks like. So it just rides on that little brass bearing, I should say. So that'll work out pretty good there. Another thing that I did, get this thing to quit rocking on me here, is me and my boss at work, we fabricated which the motor's laying on its side, so it's kind of hard to, we fabricated like a little shaft extension for the gearbox. This is a 7/8 spline coupler. This is what they call high tough alloy steel. Started out as 1 1/8 inch, and we chucked it up in the lathe, and we brought it down to 1 inch. And the reason why I wanted to mill it, I wanted to make sure it was perfectly straight. And then we milled about 1 inch into the bar. We milled it down to fit inside the coupler. And then, let me turn that here. I don't know if I can, to be honest with you. Didn't realize it was that tight. There we go. We drilled it, and then we ran a pin through it, and then welded on the back side, and then turned around and we welded it permanently to the coupler. And as you can see, it fits perfectly on there, and that's my little side plate, which I've got about 1.25 inch gap. I'm going to, at work, I'm going to mill a block that fits inside here. 1-inch bolts to hold that down. And then what this is for is the sprocket. Will go right here, and then it'll be chained to the rear sprocket. That's what's going to power that. So, chuck this up into the lathe, and this thing was spinning perfect. So, real happy with that. I think that's about as best as you can do with that part. We got the front brakes on. Got a little bit more work to do to that. Got the steering on. Got the engine bolted up. Next, I'll be working on the clutch pedal. I'll be working on the brakes. I got to get the rear brake. Man, this thing rocks a lot. Stop rocking. We're going to get a brake assembly for the back. I've got brake line to plumb all that up. So we still got quite a bit left to do. Like I said, slow going now that racing season's starting. You know, I've been trying to deal with the insurance. I've been trying to run our club. We've got several events coming up. And it's just hard to break away from that and get this built, considering I'm so far behind on it. The winter really took a toll, especially not having a garage that's heated. So that really makes things really slow going. But hey, we're getting there. I mean, it's still going to take a little bit, but hopefully in the next coming couple months we should have this thing up and running and playing in the yard. So I believe that's about it. I can't think of anything off the top of my head at the moment. So if you guys have any questions, whatever, just shoot me an email, hollandgrassracing@gmail.com. You can also check me out on Facebook. I'm at Holland Grass Racing on Facebook. Just look it up. I'm always posting pictures, always posting something on there. So I think this about wraps up this video. I appreciate everybody watching. And tune in, and next time we'll should have brakes finished and other parts. So thanks for watching.